Good evening. I think that's better. I had the wrong microphone queued up. So, welcome this evening to our time of spiritual practice. My name is Reverend Alice Reed, and I am with Centers for Spiritual Living Santa Cruz. I invite you to come and to take respite, to rest for the next 30 minutes as we dive into some spiritual practice. And so close your eyes and relax. We've lit a candle and we'll begin our time with some music. Enjoy.
Something's calling me. Something's calling me. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Feel like I'm walking on marbles. Can't steal the earth beneath my feet. Is my head in the clouds, my naked legs left dangling. I can feel my heart begin to pound. And everybody said, something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Long dark night, my soul it wanders. Can't see the light that moves me. If God is everything and everywhere that I belong, Spirit gently wakes me from my sleep. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Oh Lord, oh Lord, take me deeper than I've ever been before. Oh Lord, oh Lord, pull me deeper than I've ever been before. Oh Lord, I know I'm not the only one to live inside these blues. Oh Lord, oh Lord, I surrender my life to you. Oh Lord, oh Lord, I give my life, I give my love to you. Oh, love is calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Compassion's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. My faith keeps calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. God is calling me, and I'm grateful like I've never been before.
And so I have a reading for you this evening from the book The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. If you've ever really loved anybody, then you know what true love means. It means that you love them more than you love yourself. If you truly love someone, your love sees past their humanness. It embraces their whole being, including past wrongs and current shortcomings. It is like the unconditional love of a mother. A mother devotes every moment of her life to a child who is physically or mentally challenged. She thinks the child is beautiful. She doesn't focus on the shortcomings. In fact, she doesn't even see them as shortcomings. What if that is how God looks upon its creation? What if that is truly how we are looked upon by that one creation that is always creating out of itself as us? Instead of being encouraged to feel completely protected, loved, and honored and respected by the divine force, you may have been taught that you're being judged. Because you've been taught that, you may feel guilt and fear. But guilt and fear do not open your connection to the divine. They only serve to close your heart. The reality is that God's way is love, and you can see this for yourself. If for even one moment you can look at someone with the eyes of true love, you'll know those eyes are not yours. Your eyes could never look with that amount of love. Your eyes could never be that unconditional. Your eyes could never, even in a million years, see only the beauty and total perfection in your beloved. Those are the eyes of God looking down through you.
There's only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There's only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There's only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There's only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There's only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There's only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There's only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There is only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There is only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There is only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There is only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There is only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There is only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There is only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There is only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There is only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There is only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life. Now there's only one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now.
I'll ring the bell to start our meditation time. Please just relax and allow yourself the quietude of this meditation. And I'll ring the bell when we're done and mind the time. This reading is from Richard Rohr's book, The Naked Now. Non-dual thinking is a way of seeing that refuses to eliminate the negative, the problematic, the threatening parts of everything. It rejects any way that too quickly says, this is not possible, or this does not make sense. As such, non-dual thinking is actually clarifying and sharpening your rational mind and increases your ability to see truthfully because your biases and fears are out of the way. Non-dual thinking does not divide the field of the naked now, nor does it eliminate the problematic, but receives it all. This demands some degree of real detachment from yourself. The non-dual contemplative mind holds truth humbly, knowing that if it is true, it is its own best argument, and any formulation is still partial and imperfect.
Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger, an endless aching need. I say love, it is a flower, and you, it's only seed.
Our final reading for the evening is from if you're not familiar with Mark Nepo, it is a book where he has some daily meditations that are really wonderful and can take you to a deeper place. And so I was thinking about ending with this reading about feelings, because I know there's a lot that's been coming up for people. And so Mark writes, "The fastest way to freedom is to feel your feelings." This sounds pretty simple, but though it's easy to know you have feelings, it's easy to know their weight and agitation and suddenness of mood. It is another, more subtle matter to feel them. That is, to let them penetrate your being the way a wind snaps through a flag. This is necessary because if we don't feel our feelings all the way through, they never leave us. And then we do all kinds of unusual things to get out from under them. This is the cause of many an addiction. I've diverted myself many times by becoming involved in what surrounds my pain or sadness, while never feeling the thing itself. So when someone asks me how I feel, I wind up retelling the circumstances of the pain, but not feeling it, or strategizing what to do next, but again, not feeling it, or anticipating reactions, but not feeling what is mine to feel, or swimming in anger of injustice, but not diving through the wound. Though we fear it, feeling our feelings is the only clear and direct way to free our hearts of pain. So this week, my lovelies, I encourage you to feel your feelings. I encourage you to sit still and allow these things to come up, not to live in you, but to move through you. Have a great week, and thank you for joining us this evening. We'll be back broadcasting Sunday morning at 10:30. Thank you very much. Good night.